Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf here. Oh, man. It's Tuesday, September 20th, 2006. This is the Tuesday rant, and I got a lot to talk about. First of all, I mentioned, if I didn't already mention it, I rode on the bus Friday to get to my car. All right, a little show to get to my car from work. Right, and this big woman got on the bus. This woman was every bit, probably about 400 pounds. Okay, yeah, she's a white woman. Doesn't matter. I smell black women like that too. Very rare though. But this white woman, this woman stunk to high do hell. Man, she stunk. But today, the same woman, damn it, I had to get on the damn same bus I got on and rode. And she stunk so bad today, not only did I smell the funk of 40,000 years, but I swear, I could have sworn that her stench or something, or waft or her smell got inside my throat. I kid you not. I should have really went and got something to drink or something, or got something to eat to kill his damn whatever. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weirded me the fuck out. Excuse my French. I mean, seriously though. I mean, this woman stunk. Jesus, this woman stunk. I mean, damn. Do you wash your ass? What are you washing your ass with? I don't know. I don't want to know. You know. But all I know is she got to clean that ass. I'm serious, because this stank. I mean, it's almost toxic though, on the real deal. She thinks so bad that I had, the unfortunate task of having to smell her ass and this about 3 or 4 rows of seats back. I can still smell her. And that's where I thought a little of her stench got inside my throat, man. Something, man. That's how bad she stunk. I was like, oh man, I can smell it. I can feel it going in my throat, man. What the fuck she carrying? I just don't want it. I swear to God, I don't want it. All right. Well, enough of that. But on a serious tip, I'm gonna get into some serious talk, because there was a shooting that happened Friday night in Tulsa, Oklahoma, of a man was in late 30s, Terrence Crutcher, that's what his name. He was driving. I guess he was coming home from classes at the college, local college there, and his car, his SUV, it stalled on him in the middle of the road, in the middle of the small highway, and wherever it was, I don't know, Oklahoma, and it stalled on him. So I guess he called to get help, and I guess the police came out there. It was like about a half a dozen of them. So he has hands up. I don't know what he has hands up for, but he had his hands up going back to his car. And as he was going back to his car, there was matter of fact, this was the weird part about it. He was tased and he was shot. I don't know if he was shot first and then he was tased or what. But the weird part about it was that female cop, I forgot her damn name. I'm going to find it and try to, if I do another video on tonight, which I probably will, because this shit is getting out of control. I don't know if she shot first and then the other officer tased him or vice versa. But for what I saw in both videos, because there was 2 different videos that actually showed from 2 different perspectives, the second one appeared that the man, matter of fact, when the guy fell back after he was shot, he was still holding his hands up. But this female officer claims, and I repeat, she claims that the man was being very fidgety, and he did not comply with her. I'm thinking there's like a dozen. First of all, there's like a dozen officers there that surrounded this guy. How could you not get him to comply? That's number one. Number two, from what I saw in both videos, particularly the second video from the aerial view, when he fell down, his hands were still up. So that tells me that she's lying. Yeah, she's fucking lying. And I mean that. And I'm trying to think, why would it take one cop to shoot an unarmed man in the first place when he didn't have a gun? There was no gun found on the guy. You know? You want to tell me a half a dozen cops who needed to detain him wouldn't be able to contain him when he's unarmed, number one, and number two, she just shot him? It amazes me, and this is my subject on it. It starts at the top, you know? It really does. Because this has been going on for way too fucking long. And I'm sick of this shit, man. You know? I am fucking sick of this shit. I had a cop stop me in 1988. Alright? Now, my ex-girlfriend at the time, who's now my ex-girlfriend, and me were arguing at the time. You know? And I threatened to kick out the car. Not with bodily harm, though. I was not physical. It wasn't even physical. I was going to just pull over until I got out. You know, and she was one acting a fool. So, cop came up to me, and pulled up, stopped me, of course. So, right after he handcuffed me, and I got upset after he handcuffed me. I didn't do anything. I didn't kick. I was upset. Don't get me wrong. I was upset. But he had already handcuffed me and everything. You know. So if you handcuff me and you put me in a car, why the fuck would you taser my ass? I'm already in the car. You've already apprehended me. You put me in the car, locked me in the car, then you go back and get your taser out and you tase me. I really should have sued the city of Warrensville Heights for this shit. I really should have. Because that's where it happened. Not far from where I grew up. That's one of the last times. It's actually one of the last times I ever actually hung out in Warrensville Heights. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's the same Warrensville Heights that it was when I grew up. It probably not. It's probably not. But that's another story. But it amazed me that cops are so quick-tempered when it comes to when it's against African Americans, particularly African American males, because we face this a lot more than females do. You know, which is going to lead to my next topic. But you know, we are 10 times likely to be stopped before any other race. And matter of fact, there was I saw the article on Yahoo, and the videos are all posted on Yahoo if you want to see it. Just pull up the guy's name, Terrence Crutcher. You'll see it. But there was a graph that shows that blacks, matter of fact, in Oklahoma, the state of Oklahoma, blacks were stopped way more than any other state in the union. Oklahoma, of all places. Blacks were shot by cops in their state more than any other state in the union. That's based on what I read from Yahoo. All right, I was like, I wasn't too surprised, but then again I was, because I thought there were other states that had a higher rate, but no, Oklahoma has a higher rate. Surprisingly, well, not surprisingly at this point, but it's really sad in 2016 that people are still doing the same shit to us that they did to our forefathers during slavery. You know, well, they did a lot worse in slavery. I mean, just put it like that. But they're back doing this and getting away with it. You know, I'm hearing people talking about, well, we need to apprehend. They're saying we need to bring justice to the forefront, something like that. But they never say anything about we are going to arrest this officer for shooting an unarmed man. Every time I've ever hear about these cases, especially the blatantly visible cases that you see, and they're still like, justice will prevail. They just make these profound statements and shit is never done. Nothing ever happens at that point. Nothing. They'll do a goddamn thing. You know? Well, we're waiting on the findings from the Justice Department. No, you bullshit. You know? That's what happened in my hometown of Cleveland with Tamir Rice. The same bullshit. They bullshit. And the judge sat right there and he had his own props and everything. Yeah, no joke. I had the video. I wish I had kept it. And I actually think, because I did a special episode on podcast last year, and I went on the rails about this shit. Because that shit was robbery. That was a highway robbery if I ever saw one in my life. That judge sat right there and co-signed everything that those cops did in both the Tamir Rice case and the Brillo case. Oh, especially the Brillo case. I'm sorry. The Brillo case is the one I'm really talking about. Because the Brillo case, because they both happened in Cleveland, almost around the same time. And in the Brillo case, the judge actually had what is these fucking fools doing? Not here. The Brillo case, the judge had diagrams and everything, and he actually co-signed with those cops. Because really, Brillo shouldn't have been the only one convicted of that, but he was never convicted. He got off. He was the fall guy for everybody else. You know? And yes, the families of the two victims actually had sued the city. I think they won. I think they did win. I think I got settled not too long ago. And I think the Tamir Rice mom did too. But still, you know. And then there was a case just happened, I think it was somewhere in the South. No, it was Columbus. I'm sorry. It just happened, man. I have no how again. 13-year-old boy shot dead because he was holding a BB gun. But I will say, I don't know the circumstances around that, but it did remind me of what happened with Tamir Rice. But the thing with Tamir Rice, which really is extremely, which I don't understand, is the fact that Tamir Rice wasn't even pointing the gun at the cops. He never pointed that weapon at the cops. You know, the cops didn't bother to try to tell him to drop the weapon or anything. They just shot him sight unseen. You know? And I'm sure he wasn't going to point it. He didn't point at the cops. I'm sure he had no intention of pointing at the cops. You know? But, you know, I'm just sick of this shit. And then you got the nerve to have white people trying to still blame black people for something that they're doing. You know? They said they had the fucking gall. The fucking gall. That's what pisses me the fuck off. Every damn time. You know? It's like there's no comprehension of understanding. Then I heard about this woman. I was read on one of the satellite radio shows I always listen to. She tried to compare children receiving, I think it was something about children receiving free food as animals, something to do about animals. It was a very offensive and appalling, man, racist. I just don't understand it, man. It's like, you know, they want us to conduct ourselves a certain way, but white people don't have to do that. They can just say what the fuck they want to do what the fuck they want. And that's what irks me to no end. Excuse me. I got man, the aftertaste is killing me. Yeah, I'll explain that a little bit later. But that leads to my next thing. I just was wondering, and I hate to point that out, But sometimes I do. Sometimes I think there's a force that's working against black men. There's no doubt. If there is. I have to be honest about it. See, here's the weird part about it. In New York or New Jersey, was it New Jersey? Yeah, well, the bombings that happened in New York and New Jersey, they just happened recently with that guy who actually, he shot at the cops. Of course, he shot one cop. They arrested him. They didn't shoot him to death. They just arrested him. Okay? No damage, no harm, no foul on their part to him. They didn't do anything but subdue him. And he's been arrested. All right? And guess what? He'll be able to stand trial. The brother who car stalled, who had his hands in the air even when he was shot to death by the cops in Tulsa, won't have that chance. Only thing he was trying to do was go home. That breaks my heart, man. You know, don't tell me justice is even-handed. No. Not in my world it's ever been. You know? Not in my world. And I was talking about this, I said a while back. I had somebody tell me that Trayvon Martin was a thug. Like somebody, why you gotta say that? Like it was justification for him to be killed by a guy who wasn't even a cop. Not that it made any difference whether he was a cop or not. But to try to justify his murder because of what somebody thought about him versus what the fact that he actually was an innocent victim, which he was, you know, is appalling to me and totally racist. Totally racist. Oh, he was just a thug. So you go kill every thug because they're thugs? You know? Now, there's a difference between somebody being a thug and acting like a thug. Now, he might have been acting like a thug, and he might have been a little thug. But you shooting to death because he was walking down the street minding his own business? Really? And, you know, it's thugs around my neighborhood. You know, there's a few of them around there. Do you think I'm going to shoot every thug around there because they walk around my neighborhood? Hell no. You know? You mind your own business. You don't fuck with my shit. I don't fuck with you. You know? Bottom line. Bottom line. It's ridiculous. That's the same thing as saying all Muslims are bad. Because some of them are tied to terrorism. No. That's not true because not all Muslims are involved with that. Most Muslims aren't. But it's that narrative that the liberal, and we know what, I ain't gonna say liberal, that the media, because Fox calls out liberal media, but you're still media, motherfuckers. You know, media is media. You know, they're both ran by liberals and Republicans. Let's be real. You know, the media has that narrative that they control. Speaking of that, there was getting back to the murder. The killing of Terrence Crutcher by that cop. There was a news feed also that had a helicopter over the scene and actually showed what happened. And I don't know, the officer said something to the other cop. I guess they were both cops. And he was trying to say, well, he looks like a really bad dude. How you gonna say what he looks like by making an assumption that because he's black and he's big, that he's nothing but trouble? See, that's the same racist attitude that this guy told me. And I know this white guy told me that. You know? And that pissed me off. That's why I don't have a lot of respect for white people. I mean, I respect white people, but I don't respect when white people say shit to that about my people. Especially motherfuckers you don't know. You know, that really irks the fuck out of me. That's what kills me. Because there's white people in this country who actually think they know black culture, like Donald Trump, or that fucker Bill O'Reilly, or that faggot Sean Hannity. They think they know our culture. You don't know shit about my culture. You don't know shit about my people. You really fucking know. You know? Just like I don't know, there's some white cultures I don't know about. There's some cultures that white people do I don't. I mean, I've been around white cultures like in Germany. I was in the military for 2 years, so I've been around it. But I know deep down a lot of them don't know our culture. They don't know us. They don't care to understand us. They only try to understand what they see from stereotypes. That's it. And that's what really pisses me off. You know. And Donald Trump kills me. He gonna go to church all of a sudden. Show up at a couple of black churches. All of a sudden, he knows black people. He don't know shit about black people. You know. And with the way he carries himself, he never will. He never will. You know. He could care less. He's full of shit. I can't stand this motherfucker. I mean, you know, I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel about it. You don't sit there and say that your president wasn't born in the United States and you have no proof. You spread the rumor around just so 8 years later you can say, oh, nah, he was born in the United States. Well, why the fuck did you go through the trouble of telling somebody that shit? To try to create a narrative that he wasn't American and that he has no business being president. The false narrative to say that this man ain't got no business running our country. And it wasn't because about the fact he wasn't born in his country, which he was. It was because he's black. Plain and simple. And then you got niggas that want to talk about, well, Donald Trump, he'll create jobs for his country. He'll do a lot of stuff. No, he ain't gonna do shit but take you for a ride. Just like George Bush did for two terms. Donald Trump's gonna do the same damn thing to you too. He's gonna do the same damn thing. He's gonna take you for a long ride. You know? So I don't know. I'm like Public Enemy. I'm like the song Can't Trust It. You know? And speaking of Can't Trust It, no matter what, you're on the plantation, man. I mean, the political plantation. I gotta start back listening to Rob Redding. I used to actually call in. Well, I take that back. I never called in the Rob Redding show. But me and Rob Redding used to have Facebook beefs all the time. We used to have Facebook beefs for about a year or two. And actually, he read a couple of my Facebook posts online. Now, in fact, I think he read a couple of my Twitter posts too. Yeah, Rob Redding, man. But he used to be on regular radio, and then he was on. He used to work down here, matter of fact, and he was on regular radio here, and then he was on satellite radio for about a minute, and they took him off. And I actually protested Sirius XM to get him back on, and they wouldn't do it. And they did the same thing with Michael Bazin too. Michael Bazin, they pulled him off too. You know, Michael Bazin was, he was actually making things happen, man. And then they did in Tom Jordan. Tom Jordan's not even on a lot of markets anymore. Come on, woman. Come on. I know you don't trust the blacks either. Come on. All right. I wasn't even going that fast. She just jumped out. I was like, come on, you got. I mean, I know about that, but that's good because some people don't do that. Some people walk on you anyway. Yep, and they'll walk on you on the green light because a couple of hours somebody did that last week. Matter of fact, I'm out here going through town here, and a woman and I was coming on a stop sign, and the woman just jumped back like I was going to hit her. I wasn't even speeding. But anyway. Yeah, I can get back to what I was saying. Michael Bazin. Michael Bazin, man, was a champion of people too, man. Sometimes you didn't like him, sometimes you did like him, but Michael Bazin was on point about a lot of issues. And I hadn't heard from him in a while. That's a daggone shame, man. You know, he had it going on. He really did. He had my ear. And then they brought another guy on behind him, and he Frank, he other guy, Fransky, I think I ain't familiar with. I ain't listening that much though. But what they're doing now, they're trying to shut off our voices. That's what's going on. That's a fact. I mean, I'm not saying anything that hasn't already happened already, and I'm not saying anything that already ain't true. It's 100% true. They are trying to stop. They are trying to shut our voices off, man. And that in itself is a crime. You know, it's already a crime that you're shooting innocent, unarmed black men anyway, and you're getting away with it. And it's even as much, somewhat of a crime to sit there and take our voices off of radio. You know? Which is one of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing now. You know? Thank God for the internet. Thank God for satellite radio. Thank God for podcasting, man. Thank God for video choices, options like YouTube and Vimeo and Dailymotion, which I set up accounts for both of them, and Ustream, which I don't have. I think I'm gonna be doing something with Ustream soon too. I haven't got to that point yet. Oh my God! I think I'm gonna do. I had a Love Matter channel. I have a Love Matter channel on YouTube, but I haven't done much with it. But I think I'm gonna start a Love Matter channel, a live channel on Ustream. For sure, since now I know how to use an encoder, because I have an encoder now, so I'm gonna be doing some of that hopefully soon, hopefully very soon. You know, so. But that's all I got for right now. I'm getting them little hunger pains, man. That means I need to go ahead and get me something to eat. And I think I may be doing another show tonight. I did one like a couple of nights this past week. What that fool doing? But I don't know yet. I want to have to do some research. Maybe I may come on tonight. I don't know. I don't know. But I'll let you know. In any case, this is your boy DJ Wolf. I got a lot more to say on the back burner. Any questions or comments, of course. Jesus, this traffic is killing me. Questions or comments on anything I'm talking about today, or for future references or whatever, or suggestions, please feel free to email me at it's actually not my new email address. It's actually my oldest email address. So it's my email address I've had for the last almost 20 years. DJWolfOnline@yahoo.com. That's DJWolfOnline@yahoo.com. The only reason why that I haven't used it it's been about going on close to 2 years. Number one. Now I've had it for several years. I've had it before I had my other email accounts. And as a matter of fact, I had it before Twitter. So, but I just started back using it. I think, well, this is the main one I'm using. I've always said if I ever had a show, that this would be the email address I would use. Now I'm finally, after all these years, in 2016, finally using it. All right, but then again, it's DJWolfOnline@yahoo.com. All right. Also, I'm on Twitter Twitter was @ForAllToHear on Twitter, and ForAllToHear TV on YouTube, of course, in the comments box. All right, guys, it's DJ Wolf. Again, I got more to say on the back burner. We got a lot to talk about.